So, what exactly is Bitcoin? Well, let's start off by talking about what it's not. Bitcoin is not this coin. Newspapers, internet sites, TV programs, when they're talking about Bitcoin, they always show this depiction. Bitcoin is not a physical object. You cannot hold it in your hands. All right. So let's dispense with that first. When you see that, because news outlets are not going to stop using this picture, just know that that doesn't exist. You cannot go into your pocket and jingle around Bitcoins. Now, I know a lot of people already know that, but there are plenty who don't. So, what exactly is Bitcoin? Put simply, it is a computer program. And it's a computer program that facilitates transactions, financial transactions between people. So, in that way, it's a lot like any other form of money. So, people are basically exchanging value with one another. Again, facilitated by Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, and no one really knows if that person really exists or if it was a group of people, or if it's just someone using a fake name. No one knows. But Bitcoin was, invented back in 2008, and Satoshi Nakamoto is apparently the one that put his name on it, his or her or them. Right now, Bitcoin's value is $53,193.70, and it is the 22nd of February, 2021. You may hear the term cryptocurrency used to refer to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a form of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is also highly volatile. So by the time this video drops, it could be worth a whole lot more than $53,000 or a whole lot less. Now, Bitcoin, this software, this computer program, is facilitated, or it's run across a network of independent computers, but they are networked. So no one has total control over this network. No one has exclusive control over Bitcoin, unlike the dollar, for example, where pretty much the Fed, the Federal Reserve Bank, or our central bank here in America, they control what the dollar does, how much of it is on the street, how valuable it is. That's not the case with Bitcoin. And we'll get to see in a moment how that may actually be sort of an Achilles heel to the concept of Bitcoin, but not to cryptocurrency. Bitcoin doesn't have an intrinsic value. This is why I get upset when they show that coin, because that coin looks like it's made of solid gold. Bitcoin doesn't have an intrinsic value. So unlike real estate or again gold or silver, there's nothing there except the agreement between two parties as to two or more parties as to what it's worth. There's an aspect of the Bitcoin technology, of the cryptocurrency technology, known as the blockchain. Now, basically what the blockchain, what that serves as is a sort of a ledger. Now, that ledger is public. Okay, anybody can view that. Every Bitcoin transaction is documented in that ledger. And because of this, and again, I'm not going to go deep into the actual technology, but that technology prevents counterfeiting and hacking. In fact, since Bitcoin went live, they went live in 2009, the beginning of 2009. And since they went live, they've never had one instance of hacking actually infiltrate the Bitcoin system or network. So here's the $53,193.70 question. Should you invest in Bitcoin? Well, I don't know. You should ask yourself some questions in the course of doing your due diligence. What is your investment objective? Now, keep in mind that Bitcoin is a very speculative asset. And again, it's not backed up by anything intrinsic. And then you have to consider this. What Bitcoin's value is based upon is an agreement. Is an agreement that this thing is worth X. Apparently, enough people agree that it should be worth $53,193.70 right now at this moment. Uh, Fine. Okay. Just understand that this is speculative. If enough people turn around tomorrow and agree that it's worth $20, not saying it will fall that far, but I'm just saying if enough people agree that that is what it's worth, then that's what it will be worth. It's kind of like real estate in a way. Now, remember, real estate does have intrinsic value, but a home price is an agreement. At the point of sale, a home price is an agreement between the buyer and the seller, what they're willing to agree on that property is worth. So, same kind of concept there with Bitcoin. So, you've got to make sure before you get into speculative investments, which is what Bitcoin is. No one can argue that it isn't. Okay. We're separating enthusiasm here from reality. And Bitcoin could actually turn out to be the way that we conduct transactions in this world going forward. It very well could be. I don't know. No one knows. Anyone that tells you they do know, they are not being honest, because they cannot predict the future unless they've been there, which if they have, they probably are so rich they're not worried about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin's volatility. If you look at Bitcoin just based on a volatility measure, it's been performing very, very well. It was up 350% in 2020 alone. Now, it fell greater than 60% back when the whole pandemic thing started to happen. And that drop was actually 2 times the size of the drop that the stock market made. So there is that. But at the end of the day, in 2020, Bitcoin was up 350%. So if you got that opportunity fund covered, if you have money that's out there that is working for you, growing consistently, if you've got your business well managed and well funded, maybe, just maybe, Bitcoin could be for you if you are ready to strap in for a roller coaster ride. Okay, you've got to be mentally prepared to be able to understand the swings. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm not investing in Bitcoin. It's not a part of my investment strategy. Okay, I'm not saying that the whole concept of cryptocurrency is a worthless idea. In fact, we're moving in that direction. How it's going to look 20 years from now, who knows? I do know this, that the central banks of the world, they're going to weigh in. They are not going to stand idly by and watch their hegemony with their various currencies in the US. We're talking about the dollar. They're not going to allow that to just fade away. In fact, you're going to see probably in the next few years, you're going to see governments getting involved. Now, China is making a move on cryptocurrency. They want to be involved in it. And the United States, the Fed, has come out and said that they have an interest in it as well. They're going to put together some studies, okay, to take a look at it. Think about it like this. The United States governments would love to have their own cryptocurrency, because then they can track every financial move you make. And if they can do that, then they can increase their taxation, because there won't be any transactions that fall beneath the radar. Right now, you've heard of the term the under the table job. Well, guess what? If you're getting paid in cryptocurrency backed by the United States Federal Reserve Bank, that's not going to be under the table anymore. That's going to be completely taxable. I can guarantee you that the United States government is not going to allow the dollar supremacy to just fall by the wayside to an independently governed network of computer programmers that are mining Bitcoin. So how do you go about investing in Bitcoin? Well, there are exchanges that allow you to purchase and sell it. Coinbase is the biggest exchange in the US. They are credible, reputable, all that good stuff. So if you're going to get into this after doing a copious amount of due diligence to figure out if it fits within your strategy, then you definitely want to go with someone that's reputable and someone that can provide a reasonable amount of liquidity. So if you're ready to get out of it, you can do that with as little difficulty as possible. So we'll continue to follow cryptocurrency in general and Bitcoin in particular, and we'll see what develops. As always, I want to caution you. Make sure you understand what you're investing in before you invest even $1.